Hello, my friends, and welcome! I have to put my fingernail back on, because it just came off, because that's the life I'm living right now. It's been a weird day, and I figured what better day than a really weird one to get back into a beloved game. Hello. Oh gosh. I'm excited. I feel like I got so in the freaking zone with my Nuzlocke. And that lasted forever. Like when I was doing the Nuzlocke, my brain could not concentrate on a damn thing other than my Nuzlocke. I was thinking about the Nuzlocke in my sleep, and this shirt is a bit too low. Anyway, hi friends. It is a day, and we are going to return to as soon as I update Steam, we are going to return to the land the year 20XX and go back to the new challengers. It's been a while since we've caught up with these guys. So let's see. Oh dear. I guess the last time I played this was in May? Oh. Okay, so it's 5 months, not 6 months, but still. Oops. Like I said, that Nuzlocke just kind of engulfed my life. But I think when we last left off, we were about to go. I mean, yeah, exactly. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just start a randomizer Nuzlocke. This won't take me long. And then it took me oh god, I started it in late April, early May. And it took me all the way through, I want to say it was the beginning of September. It really just took ass effort. Well, no. It was August, because then I had the month from hell. And now we're here. So when we last left off, I believe we were going to go ask Jinx what she thought about maybe just moving everybody into her current building so that she wouldn't have to move anywhere. So, while we took turns destroying each other in FOD2, Jinx and Grace chatted. By the end of the day, both were on board with the idea. I could have sworn I even saw the hint of a smile on Jinx's face. A wave of relief washed over me, feeling like the hard part was over. Now we just had to make the proper arrangements. A small first step in the right direction. As the evening progressed, calls were placed, meetings were arranged, and surprisingly, Jinx's familial landlord agreed to meet with me the next day. All I needed to do was get through one good night's rest, and we'd be on our way to a team house, a certain victory in its own sense, a home. Our home. Yeah, it's never that easy. These feelings kept me nice and warm and snuggled in my bed as I drifted off to sleep. I have one fear, and this fear right now is, maybe this. Well, no, the fear is the housing market, frankly. The crown will be yours if you kneel and accept that the crown will be yours if you kneel and accept that crown will be yours. Me? Question mark? Beep beep. Yeah! I jolt upright, nearly falling out of bed, but catching myself just in time. The sunlight peeking in through the slats in my window blinds stuns me momentarily. It's morning already? Beep beep pink. Good morning. Good morning. Seriously, thank you, Iris. Oops. Oh, this is literally just Twitch being like, hey, did you know that you're live? You're live. Did you know? Did you know you're live? I did, Twitch. Thank you. You have a 10 a.m. appointment with John Ye. I tried to rub the sleep out of my eyes, but my left hand is all cramped up for some reason, which does little to help. Yo, real talk, I wake up with my right hand absolutely asleep 3/4 of the time. And I don't know why. Who? John who? Jinx's sibling? The landlord of the GCF building? Right. I got a shower. I fell asleep in my clothes again. That's why I woke you up early, so you'll have plenty of time. Are you okay? You seem a bit unsettled. I'm fine, Iris. Everything is fine. Great, now let's get moving. Team the best team needs a home. Little by little, I pull myself together, getting ready to face the day. And little by little, I forget the nightmare I've been having ever since that night at Hamza's tournament. It's gone by the time I hit the subway platform. Oh shit. Is it? We're fucked. We are so fucked. I arrived at the designated meeting place, the Good Clean Fun Pizzeria, with only a minute or 3 to spare. Jinx is already there, waving me over from the corner booth Grace usually favors, although Grace isn't here.
Hey.
Hey, it's almost time. I know. Sorry for almost being late. Is Grace joining us? High-stress business transaction scenarios aren't her thing. High stress? How much of a hard ass is your sibling anyway? I'll let you figure that out for yourself. No hints? No tips or tricks? Not my race to run. You're in the driver's seat. I'm just here for the free za while you squirm. Here, have one. Jean's paying. With a shrug, I reach over to the offered dish and fetch a slice of Veggie Lover's Ultimate Super Deluxe Extreme, a Ben and Matt specialty. Vegan's not my deal. I gnaw my meat fresh off the bone, ideally, but Jean's super into healthy eating. And exercise. And yoga. So, someone who's incredibly centered and confident and strong and healthy and ready to tear me limb from limb in rental negotiation. You'll see. Well, I've come to kick ass myself, and I'm not going to be intimidated by Jean no matter how high and mighty they carry themselves, and they're right behind me, aren't they? The stern-looking individual looming large behind me, having somehow silently snuck up, slides a business card across the table before sitting down. McJean, Chinatown Investment Opportunities, LLC, as it says on the card. Look at that subtle off-white... I'm sorry, I can't even read it! Oh, it even has a watermark. My business cards are not great. Let's make this fast. There's 3 units on the 5th floor with water damage, and I'm directing work crews. I'm a hands-on real estate manager. I want to be up there supervising those efforts, not taking meetings all day. Right. They look me over from the drooping slice of veggie pizza to my nervous expression, evaluating me, much like Jinx tends to, in fact. So, you're one of those gamers Jinx hangs out with. Yes, that's me. A gamer is what I am. I am she. And now, you want to combine my little sister's apartment into the one next door to make a, how'd she put it, team house? Yes, that's the plan. Also, she can play video games all day, allegedly getting paid for it. I have to say, Ms. Explosion, I have my doubts. They know my last name. They know my soul. I am doomed. You may not be aware of this, but my family owns this particular chunk of Chinatown. We've owned it for generations. I'm the one who ultimately owns Good Clean Fun. Ben and Matt operate it so I can focus on other affairs. I own the apartments. I own the corner bodega. I'm trying to preserve the character of Chinatown, Ms. Explosion, in the face of pressures from far larger developers than I don't have time to be distracted by wild goose chases and esports dreams. So what exactly can you possibly say to convince me I shouldn't have you thrown out of my building? Okay. Be convincing. Be convincing. Beep beep! This is an intense identity situation. You can only pick a response that matches your top 2 personality traits. Oh, good. I think I might need to go... Oh god, what's this one? I forget what... Oh, is that like... Yeah, it's like the just one. There we go. It's good business to get on board with an esports team on the rise. Right now, we're a team on the rise, Mixier. Our efforts are just getting off the ground, but one day we'll be successful and famous. You could say you were there from the beginning, supporting us. We'd be partners. We can promote your business while you promote a platform for our growth. It makes good sense from a fiscal perspective, yes? John's impassive expression does not change in the slightest. So if you're interested in a partnership, not that we'd be equal partners, I mean apples and oranges really, is to say, John raises one hand to stop me. Ms. Explosion, I only have one thing to say to your so very generous offer. Of course I'd be happy to rent to you and your friends, you silly goose! Jinx just won't stop talking about how super cool you and your friends are. You make her happy, and, well, anything that makes my dear sister happy makes me happy, too. I'd actually decided to rent the apartment to you before I even sat down. I just wanted to see you squirm a bit first. It was adorable. Ha! Nice. Should have seen the expression on your face, Tank. I blinked once, then twice. My face frozen. Oh, thank God. I didn't know if my heart could handle anything otherwise today. Tank? Excuse me a moment. Restarting my heart. I repeatedly smack a fist against my chest to resume normal cardiac operations. So, we're good? You'll rent the place next to Jinx's apartment to team the best team? Blade Joysticks is willing to pay the deposit if that's an issue. Absolutely, I'll rent to you. I like you. I like your friends. But I think we need to adjust our strategy a bit first. To make things easier on Jinx, I'd like to suggest installing a connecting door and making the 2 units into one whole. That way everything's under one single renting contract. I'll need a month to arrange proper permits and the work crew, but all in all, I think we can do this. Okay then. That's great. Wonderful. Heck, I bet you're so happy with us that you'd be willing to rent us for free. No. Okay. They slide out of the booth, adjusting well-tailored clothes to make themselves proper and presentable once more. You'll be able to move in 30 days from now. Jinx mentioned you use an Iris? Excellent. My Iris will contact your Iris and work out the logistics. Pleasure doing business with you, Ms. Explosion.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Just too much fun to let Jean play with you, like a cat with a laser pointer.
1 month later.
Oh, hang on. This means I need to find... Oh, come on. Oh, it's in a different... Whatever. Anyway, I was gonna play the SpongeBob 1 month later. We can have in-arcade practice sessions until then. Everyone will need that time to arrange their own adult-type paperwork responsibilities anyway. And then, Team the Best Team will have a new home. The months slid by quickly enough. We'd gather for a few hours at GCF's arcade to train in and around various side jobs the team held, taking commuting time into account. Honestly, scheduling is a bit messy. I'm just looking forward to using sponsor money to get as many team salaries going as we can to eliminate that problem. But today's the day, moving day. Trucks pull up in front of the building now and then, offloading what meager few possessions we have to haul up to apartments 108 and 109. Or as they shall be henceforth be known, Team the Best Team HQ. Headquarters sounds way cooler than Team House anyway. Probably best to stay out of the way and let the movers work. Just chill in the arcade for the afternoon, let John wrangle the logistics. So, who do I want to hang out with while waiting for our headquarters to be made presentable? Oh, well, here we go. Oh, great. My 2 faves are not getting along.
Protest.
H. It's in the back. I believe the H is there still too. It's like, it's behind my camera. You can almost maybe kind of see it. Which is why they should have done nothing. Now they're de facto approving of evil itself.
Are you kidding me?
What else did they expect them to do? Hold hands and sing Kumbaya? Wrong place, wrong time for that sort of thing. Okay, apparently I'm walking into the heated debate. May need to step in here if Zapper starts getting abusive. She's learning self-control, but I promised her I'd intervene if anything goes wrong. Fortunately, my arrival draws her attention. Hey, Pank, Loxley's being an overly optimistic dreamer again.
This is messy.
Loxley, my dude, I get that in a perfect world, everything would be super cool and he could say anything he wants, but this ain't that. Nor will it be unless those with power are willing to step up and embrace empathy rather than avarice. Okay, may as well hurl myself directly into oblivion and ask, what are you two arguing about? It's less of an argument and more of a clash of perspective, mine being sensible and his being idealistic. I'm perfectly fine with being called idealistic. Back up a bit and start again. I just got here. Fine, Loxley, you first. Yesterday, an esports competitor was being interviewed after a major... Cheesy! Yes, it is time for the H-ing. Interviewed after a major tournament win. In his victory speech, he declared, "Free revolution now." And the game's publisher promptly banned him for play for 6 months and fired the person interviewing him for allowing it. Which sucks. I'm not arguing it doesn't suck. It's an all-around pile of suck. But the ban came down because the gaming event is the wrong place for politics. It's like expecting nuance on Facewall, and the guy signed a contract agreeing to that. The contract wording was intentionally vague, and I doubt the company would punish him if he said the USA rules, which I might add is also a political statement.
I disagree, my friend.
No. This is clearly fear of reprisal for the government of which is simultaneously a huge gaming market and a despotic regime. Gee, I wonder who we're talking about. I'm just talking about negatively. It's a good way to get punished with corporations climbing into bed with them on a daily basis. Thank you so much for that, host Carla. I hope you're well. Loxley's right about that. I wouldn't want to mention specifically by name, just to be on the safe side. Good. Happy to hear it.
Nah.
This isn't about it's about games and keeping the focus on games. No, hello. Oh, you just want candy. Michael, you're on screen. Okay, now you're off screen. This couldn't possibly be about the Blitzchung Hearthstone incident. I am an responsible apolitical game developer who never stoked controversy. Surely not. Never. No. Never. All discourse is political, my friend. Games are art and therefore political. Winnie the Pooh is tilted right now. Ugh, I feel that. It's been a long day here. That's why we're just unwinding with some video games.
What?
Not this again. Look, I'm not sitting here fucking... Oh, no, I'm sorry. How on earth... Hang on, I need to figure out... Like, I mean, obviously I know what the words are because I'm a smart person who is smart. But... now I need to figure out how I actually translate that into language. Especially because I have a couple of different variations I could use there. Look, I'm not sitting here... okay? I don't like what they've been doing any more than you do. And hell, that publisher is run by abusive patriarchal fucksticks. I'm not playing cheerleader for anyone here. Also true! But expecting a video game company to do anything other than get out of the way of that oncoming freight train is absurd. It's not their place to start an international incident. And when I sit down and play a game, I just want to play a game, you know? I don't play those games that are thinly veiled military recruitment campaigns either. You sure about that? I want game storefronts to yank obvious propaganda games. I want racist trolls out of the community. Keep things welcoming for everyone by keeping politics out.
A bit concerning, that.
And who decides what's political and what isn't? That's the rub. I feel someone needs to stand up for this, or this is just going to happen again and again. And as a member of the gaming community, I'd like it to be us. It's also important for those of us who have platforms of privilege from which to speak that we use them boldly against the evils of the world. Also true. Ah, but we've both rented enough, haven't we? Considering Pank is our acting manager / cat wrangler, I'm curious how she would interpret the situation. Just in case I feel like, oh, I don't know, making scary political statements after Team the Best Team wins the Pro Tour. Holy shit, people, you're dumping this on me now? No worries, I support my friends. I'll respect your wishes on this matter, regardless of what they are. You have my loyalty. That will always come first. Yeah, let's not bank Pank into a corner on this one. I'm cool with whatever you decide to. So do you think it's reasonable to disallow politics at a gaming event, or is it reprehensible to silence them? Ooh. Well, I can read the one that I'm absolutely not going to choose, and it's the last one. Ooh. Like 3. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, no, oh man, these kind of like so one of the things I love about this game, because I love this game, is that it makes you think, you know? And especially considering the fact that I am aware of this situation and I know what is, Ooh, this is really strong smelling. Wow. My heart says I gotta go to the middle one. So player says something doesn't like, and is a huge gaming market. I can't see any other possible outcome for this situation. Every single step along the way stands to reason. Stands to reason. But it's also a complete mess, and I can absolutely fault the company for getting into this situation to begin with. They backed themselves into a corner, you know? They don't have any choice but to censure the player, but that's because they chose to get in bed with It's a logical consequence of their actions. If you choose an unreliable business partner, don't be surprised and cry foul when it inevitably goes wrong. So I'd say that they did what they had to do to keep their innocent employees from getting hurt, but they should feel the sting of consequence and community pushback. That's a nuanced perspective, and I can appreciate that. I suppose the outcome is entirely expected, and it is important to consider the well-being of those in the company.
I concur, friend.
But you're also right in that we should collectively push against this, speaking up loud and true. You know, you put into words what I was thinking. I'm bad with words. Glad I have a good words person around. I can't see the company doing anything else, because it's definitely still a shitty situation. I'm all for speaking up against it as long as we understand why it happened. Also, fuck the bastards who run. Yeah. So much love. And that's why this game fucking rules! Let's pick the third option, which is why I was leaning for you to follow what you thought, since it's +1 for both of them. Oh! Living with y'all is going to be interesting, at least. Especially with Loxley and I under one roof. Promise not to start any fights, though. Team cohesion above all else. Glad I'm specifically bunking with Rhapsody, though. Likewise, I promise to remain cordial and not allow differing viewpoints to tear Team the Best Team apart. Foreshadowing? God, he's really, really hot for a cartoon. God damn. H. It wouldn't be fair to Pank or anyone else. A lot of players side with Loxley here and immediately decide they will never speak to Zapper again. Oof. I mean, I get it, but again, I feel like the internet is where nuance goes to die. So by the sheer fact that you guys incorporated nuance into this scenario, I truly appreciate it. So 3 cheers for Team the Best Team HQ. Long may it stand. Hey, pep hooray. Wow, I just inverted the voices there. Smile's a good cheer all around. But also a bit of a reminder that I'm in charge of keeping some very, very different people all focused on the same goal. More responsibility than I asked for, more than I wanted, but I can do this for the sake of all my friends. Okay, anybody else I should talk with before moving in? You know what, let's go talk to Domino. Yeah, it's... I try personally to, though I have a tendency to act very, very no, not rationally. I have a tendency to react very impulsively about things, but I've been trying to, you know, take a step back and get a larger perspective before committing to the bit, you know? But I also think that, you know, in this day and age, considering the spectrum of opinions that exist in this universe, and the amount of people with bumper stickers that raise my fucking blood pressure on the way to work in the morning, I have to find a balance. Oh man, I keep seeing some like real trash bumper stickers and I'm like, you people need to go back to bed so I don't see you when I drive into work in the morning. Let's go see Domino. Yeah, I don't think we've talked to Domino. Well, I haven't talked to anybody in a while, frankly. I find Domino chilling in his usual spot in front of the battered plastic Japanese arcade loaded with all of his shmup faves. Yeah, them and also anything that has to do with the name Brandon. The Double Deuce. automatically. Although chillin' is probably not accurate. As usual, he is hyper-focused on a massively complicated bullet spam pattern from hell, desperately hanging on to the edge of survival. And yet he finds just enough mental timeshare to say hello. Hello. Oh, yeah, okay. Dark Brandon accepted. I do find Dark Brandon particularly hilarious. Yeah, that's... The minute that your life becomes more meme than existence is... Again, what do the kids say? You gotta go touch grass? Cheesy, guess where I have to go for work tomorrow? Not necessarily that store, but Point Pleasant. Yeah. It's brutal over there. And it is literally...
Reach out and touch grass. Boom, boom.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. Yeah, like it's what, cheesy, maybe a 20-minute, 30-minute drive, and it is like night and day. Oh, I know, it's that freaking store in Tom's River. Ugh. Hey, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. That's fine, I'm good. It's a good day. I'm all packed up and ready to go on permanent vacation with y'all. Where's your luggage? You didn't register with the mover, so I figured you'd bring your stuff in by hand or something? But I don't see any boxes or suitcases or travel trunks or anything out there. Domino glances to a battered duffel bag lying on the ground next to his arcade cab. Got it all right here. That's it? The sum total of my worldly possessions. Well, the stuff worth keeping anyway. Ah, the joys of riding the poverty line like a skateboard rail. With his game wrapped up, he turns to chat with me while leaning against the cabinet. He seems genuinely happy, possibly for the first time that I've seen.
This can't possibly end badly.
This is gonna be fun, assuming we aren't murdering each other by the end of the first week. It'll be nice to not live alone anymore. I'd like to think we can handle this new living arrangement with a minimum of bloodshed. My hope is to provide a friendly, welcoming sort of gamer's paradise for us all. You know, I've never liked that word. Paradise? Gamers. Gamers!
That's curious.
I mean, what is a gamer, really? It's branding and marketing shorthand, a defined role given to us by the media to act as a convenient carrying handle. But a major corporation making sweet bank off you is also telling you who to be and what opinions to hold, and what opinions to fight to the death over? Well, that's worrying. And to an extent, the esports scene completely buys into it. You don't want to make sponsors unhappy, and sponsors want you to stick to the script. Just look at Blade Joysticks. It's extreme because it spells stick with an X. It's all about blades, too. Gamers love violence, right? Right?
Isn't it ironic?
Thus, the loop is closed. We become part of our own subservience. Kinda, alright. Went off on a Loxley-esque rant there, didn't I? It's okay, it made sense to me. We all have to be careful not to perpetuate stereotypes. No, I get what you mean. It's an easy trap to fall into, filling the shoes someone else gave to you. We're walking a weird line, being professionals who have to keep their sponsor happy. We need to be careful to not become generic esports team number 23. If we keep our individualism and our ideals alive, I think we can work within the system without being complicit in its successes. That's a pretty tight rope to walk, but I'm glad you're mindful of it. Last thing I want is for Team the Best Team to be all like, "What up, fellow gamers? Buy more Blade Joysticks!" I say this as someone that has a video going up tomorrow about free product. Listen, if it were MGA... I haven't gotten a free toy in, like... Oh, God, I can't even say that. I haven't gotten a free doll in, like, 3 years, so I'll take it. And also, it's, like, a small company here in the States. They're not, like... Oh yeah, man, I love free shit. But, like, then you gotta be careful about, like, how nice do I have to be about this free shit? It's not like they're paying me, but they did give me free shit. You know? So, I mean, thankfully, all of the free shit that I have mostly obtained has been fine. Ultimately fine. But, like, man, if I ever get to that point, like, the point where, like, people want to start paying me to talk about things, oof. Like, it's, again, this is a very fine line to run, because obviously we live in a capitalistic society, so you need fucking money to exist, but at the same time, it's like, how much do I want to, like, kiss these companies' asses? Because I ain't about that. Like, I like to think that I am very open and honest about the reviews that I do. And I caught myself in once. Buttspot! Not today! Although, frankly, I think that couldn't have happened to a better message. Really important point to make, and I appreciate your nuance. And have you heard about Raid Shadow Legends available free on the App Store? Oh yeah, I had heard that. My sister actually just went to a Broadway show this past weekend. I'm sorry, I am, like, scratching my shoulder. Oh man. I can't reach it. But, like, I try to be very cognizant of that kind of stuff. Because, like, you gotta make money. But at the same time, like, how much of a shill do you feel like being? See Twice Off Movie when you see it on Broadway. Yeah, I am admittedly not a fan of musicals, but I respect the art. It's just not for me personally. Yeah, and like I feel bad because obviously, you know, I have a specific creator in mind that I think many of you will be able to identify who I'm talking about without me dropping names. But like with the production that they put into their videos, and also the crew that they have working on things, you know, they try to pay a fair wage to the people that are doing work for them. And as such, they take brand deals, and they get absolutely roasted when they do brand deals. And I feel bad because, like, I don't know, I feel like up to a certain point, I can ignore them and that kind of stuff. Like, okay, you're gonna take, like, 10 seconds to tell me about fucking Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, that's fine. I've heard they pay bank. Cool. Good for you. Get that coin. But I guess there are people that do not have the ability to turn off and tune out like that. So, I don't know. It's, again, a very fine line to dance. So, like, I can understand why people would take a Raid Shadow Legends, but I can also understand, you know, and then you have the complete opposite side of the spectrum with Jim Stephanie Sterling, who exists solely on Patreon, which, good for her, get that coin, but I mean, I don't really make money off of my internet shit except for, like, if you guys decide to subscribe to me. So, cheers. But I also have a day job! So, anyway, back to the game. Well, we have to push the product a little, but only in ways we agree with. Hopefully we'll have a choice in the matter. Maybe it's for the best that I'm bunk mates with Loxley for this Team the Best Team HQ experiment. We see eye to eye on this stuff. So you picked out your room assignment already?
Yeah.
Yep, John's moving stuff around accordingly. Starting tomorrow, Team the Best Team HQ is in full effect. I suggest a huge party to celebrate, but let's not annoy our landlord on day one. Oh yeah, no, as with the original game, and just in general, I find them really good for streaming because of the conversation that the direction that we get pushed into. You know, it's not just about the game, it's about choices and thinking and being logical and using the ping pong ball that I have up here that goes bing, 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 bing. And that's why I like it. Plus, I'm usually the one who sits in the corner talking to the pets during a party because when I try to mingle, people go, oh, look at the time, and wander off. Honestly, I'm plus worried about someone else on the team starting drama than myself accidentally causing some.
Not the worst idea.
My hope is that I'll be a bit less morose if I'm around cheerful people. I mean, it's half the reason I keep coming back to GCF. Being shut in really drives people up a wall, across the ceiling, and down the other side. I don't know how folks like Loxley managed it before today. Hang on, weren't you a shut-in too? I lived alone, if that's what you mean.
That's curious.
And you didn't have an arcade to fall back on to pump up your social meter either. Oh, that's real! Ooh, that's real. How'd you do it? How'd you avoid losing your marbles from isolation? Yeah, so... I mean, you guys know, when I first started streaming, I lived alone. I was out of work. I lived alone, and I just spent all day on the computer. And as someone who considers themselves a big ol' extrovert, that was probably one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my entire life. When Michael moved in, like, it changed my disposition so much. 'Cause, like, now, if I need a hug, I could just go see my husband. Instead of drowning myself in stuffed animals, which I usually do. Not that I don't anymore, but, like, yeah, it made a big difference for me. Hugs are great. I wish I could hug everybody right now. Truth. Oh, that is absolutely not me at all. This is actually more me. But yeah, honestly, I didn't. I just focused on grinding FOD2 all day to avoid thinking about loneliness. To be honest with you, Dom, I wasn't doing great with the isolation. I would love to give you a hug. Hang on. Do I have like a hug analog right here? I do. This is me giving everybody a hug. If you want one. If you want a hug. This is me giving y'all a hug. If you don't want a hug, I respect that and I respect your choices. Good job. Good job. Sometimes I wouldn't even... Ooh, this is me. This is me. Sometimes I wouldn't even leave the apartment. I'd order delivery so I could keep grinding the FOD2 ranked ladder all day and night. When I was living alone, I would take trips to Walmart just to see a human being. Like, it was rough. I'd be, you know, up... Especially, like, when I was living alone and I was working, it wasn't that bad because I would go to work, see humans, and then come home for a couple hours, crash, and then wash, rinse, repeat. Because I wasn't involved with streaming or doing YouTube or anything like that yet. But then when I lost that job and I was out of work for almost 2 years, it was really hard. I would stay up all night playing Terraria, which is one of the reasons why, even though I love Terraria, I can't touch the game anymore. Not without, like, supervision. But I would be up until, like, 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'd go to bed. I'd wake up at, like, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I would scrounge around the house, try to find something to eat, sit back down at the computer, and talk to people on Discord. A lot of people I don't really talk to that much anymore. I don't know if anybody remembers, like, the old Smashers Cord, but I kind of lost contact with a good portion of the original Smashers. I mean, Lily just fucking dropped us all like a... I actually haven't talked about this, like, at all. But Lily dropped us because, we didn't remember their birthday, but they also never told us when their birthday was. So... like, it was weird. There was this huge falling out. And then there was, like, a big fight. And I'm not gonna air any further dirty laundry. Yeah, am I supposed to be fucking a mind reader? I guess. The other dirty laundry, like, I'm still vaguely in contact with some people, so I'm not gonna, like, air any dirty laundry because it's not my laundry to air. But it was really rough because these were people that had carried me when I was at my lowest, and then it was just like, okay, we're done now. And half of them got really too far into Apex Legends, and the other half got too far into Final Fantasy XIV. And then there's me! Anyway, whatever. I like you guys. And I have a husband and a social life, and I still stream. But anyway. Oh, I turned my caps lock on accidentally. Things feel different now that I'm going to an actual arcade, now that I have more friends. Feels better than sitting by my lonesome all day. Sounds like you found yourself exactly where you need to be. Count yourself lucky. Not everyone manages that. Some people spend their whole lives trying to find where they belong. Some fail and just fade away. You only find out they even existed when the landlord comes around due to complaints about the smell. Dude. Sorry. Went overboard again. I meant it positively, though. You've done good work, Pank. Be proud. It's hard. Like, I was at a very low place in general at that point. I had lost my job. I was still recovering from a very abusive relationship, and I had just left the guy that I was seeing, even though we're still friends. And it took a lot for me to remember me, you know, to figure out who I actually was instead of just, like, the culmination of things that I had been up until that point. And there are people who might not know exactly how much they helped me through that, but they did, whether they wanted to or not. But also for me, I was in my early 30s. Like, I had just turned, I was a week away from turning 30 when I first started talking to my now husband. You know, so I had a little bit more time to just kind of, like, delegate my brain. But it's not an impossible task. It's not. I think that, you know, you just kind of gotta listen to yourself. You gotta listen to yourself, because if you can ride the waves as much as you want, you know, coast along and just go with the flow, and that'll get you far enough. But it wasn't until I started listening to myself and what I actually wanted and what I thought I could do that I started to just kind of understand and embrace me, you know? So, if you aren't there yet, that's okay. There's no time frame. You'll get where you need to get when you get there. Thanks, Domino. Anytime. Well, for today at least, I'm in a damn fine mood today. I'm not used to feeling this jovial and confident. It's a pleasant thing, to be sure. It'd be nice if we could keep it rolling more than a day or two. Usually get slam dunked back into the suck after it passes, but hey, who knows? Maybe with more contact with optimists like you and Grace, I can keep it going. Of course. And like, honestly, if you guys ever have like shit you want to talk about, my DMs are open. I'm happy to extend that to, you know, the homies in the chat. I've been a lot of places in my life, mentally and otherwise. So and sometimes it helps to hear it from someone who's been there slightly more recently, you know? Like I can ask my parents for advice all I want, but at the end of the day, they're still 40 years older than me. And whatever their practical advice might be, might not be that practical now. It is an unfortunate side effect of generational existence, shall we say. The things that came easy to my boomer parents aren't gonna do the same for me. My, you know, Zennial existence, shall we say. I'm a little younger than a Zennial. I don't know, there's too many fucking lines. Whatever. But it's big real. Okay, I should double check to make sure I didn't actually leave anything behind. My old landlord dumped all my crap onto the curb for garbage pickup. I may need to root through it.
Be seeing you.
See you upstairs later? You got it. Hydrate or dihydrate, I will, Liz, and you should too. I love Fast Cars 7. Should we go talk to Ben and Matt? Or should we go talk to Rhapsody? You have been? Good. Okay. Chat, what do you guys think? I only got time to talk to one more, so... Ben and Matt just give bonus stats? Ah, okay. Then we'll talk to Rhapsody. Rhapsody just hang out in the laundry area upon first glance. Barn Mart! But as I approach them, I see Rhapsody watching the movers with an attentive eye, senses glued to the people moving our boxed goods. I had Iris check several moving companies for me, and these ones were two the best. No moving accidents in over a year. It's a nice conversation if you want it, but not really plot stuff, you know, unless there's a Ben Matt route that I don't know about. Are you worried they're gonna throw your stuff around?
Nah.
Not exactly. I just want to ensure my belongings make it into the new home without any trouble. I have a lot of very important items in those boxes. I'd be heartbroken if something happened to them. And I really have nothing else I can do right now, right? Everything's packed up. Now that I think about it, actually, I guess I was a bit worried. You sensed it before I could. There's no Ben and Matt route. Their scenes are more about furthering your existing romance and establishing who you are. Ah! I appreciate that again, that is a very conscious choice that I appreciate the inclusion thereof. You're really getting in tune with all of us and our feelings, aren't you, Pank? It's what a good friend and manager and cat herder does. But no need to worry, Rhapsody. I'm not worried, so you shouldn't be worried. Just think of how grand this will be, all of us friends living together. Think of the training and laughs that they'll have. Everything from here on out is going to be perfect. No, it won't be. That's not how that works. It shouldn't be perfect. It shouldn't be work. We're too good together. I don't want to get between that even if it is consensual. Mostly. What do you mean, mostly?
Might work.
I do enjoy your very gung-ho attitude about everything. It makes me hopeful in turn. But oblivious optimism is not the smartest way to approach this. While most times will be just dandy, there will also certainly be issues, and you need to be prepared for that. That's what I was saying! What if Zap and I have an argument over the lack of peace and quiet in our room? What if Loxley and Domino can't agree on how cluttered they keep their space? What if Grace and Jinx start fighting over rent? How will you deal with those tumultuous episodes when they arise? We're all adults, we'll communicate. It's not like I haven't thought about this. Of course sometimes we all won't get along. This isn't some happy idealistic bubble I'm living in. But I also know we're all capable adults. On top of that, we're all friends. We know how to talk to each other. We just have to have an open floor from the start and be able to share our feelings with each other. Honesty and understanding and willingness to listen is the cocktail for success. If that's the drink you're serving, I'll gladly serve up that mix. Thanks. Gross. Rhapsody takes a deep breath and takes a moment to mull over my words. They seem hesitant, but wanting to continue this conversation. I don't mean to overstep, Pank. I have lived firsthand with this experience, and sometimes it gets ugly. You mean when you live with Team P2W? Rhapsody nods, a slight sadness to their smile. No matter how cheery and great it seems at first, there are things you can't possibly know about those who you're moving in with. We all have our secrets, and P2W certainly had theirs. I didn't realize how awful they all were until I lived with them. When I first joined, I merely thought their haughtiness was all an act. Most of us tend to inflate our personalities when we're in the spotlight, and I thought it was all for show. But as we know, it's not.
That's not a good look.
I saw them harass and abuse others in the community constantly. Winning is all that mattered to them, and they did everything and anything to do so. Sabotage and manipulation were always on the table with them. No matter how hard I tried to ignore it, I had the means to win. I had the resources at my fingertips. I was surrounded by the best. I could have won. Really won. But in the end, I just couldn't deal with it. Wait, I thought you said they kicked you out. They did. After I gave up emotionally, my skills and performance tanked. Their harassment turned to me, thinking it would inspire me to do better.
It was my fault.
It didn't. And eventually, they officially removed me. I constantly think, what if? What if I had stayed? What if I had just done something? Would it have changed anything? Those are unreasonable expectations to put on yourself. Playing the what if game will get you nowhere, Rhapsody, and you're smart enough to see that. Yeah, that's true. You could have 1,000 what if scenarios running in your head, but honestly, do you think that if you'd stayed in that house that you'd be here now with Team the Best Team? Maybe? I think as much as you'd wish that, deep in your heart, you know it wouldn't be the same. That kind of attitude warps people. Oh. I know because my friend Fruitblood joined P2W, and I can see her slowly changing. I don't even think she sees it. So if you had stayed with P2W, you wouldn't be the great friend I know now. Just for the record, Liz is actually a great friend. Not, like...
I see your point.
Team the Best Team, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It makes a lot of sense. More sense than I'd like to admit. Regardless, I'm done dwelling on the past for now. I have new things to focus my energy on. I need to elevate my skills in FOD2. It's not just about your performance. The joys of FOD2 is that you always have a partner. Well, thank you kindly for that follow. Get that explosion going. Woo! Oh, I love that. Oh, I forgot about my explosions for a minute there. That is so friggin' funny. Doubles. Yeah, that's true. It's been singles all my life. I never tried to achieve greatness in a doubles team.
What if we switch it up?
This new game brings the pizza bagels! Yes! Oh! Well, this game just looking in plain sense. Awesome! Well, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate that and enjoy your lurk, my friend. You're not alone, Rhapsody. Our success is your success. We'll all work together to win. And I promise we won't be a reflection of your experience at P2W's team house. That's a relief. I'm glad to not have that stress. Oh my god! Ugh. I love it. Wait, where's my bagel? Bagel bite pillow. Do you know how I am absolutely going for Loxley this time around. Bagel bite pillow, bagel bite pillow. best purchase of 2022 is the Bagel Bite pillow. I love this thing so much. It is... Liz, when I had COVID, the only thing I wanted was Bagel Bites. That was the only thing I wanted. A huggable pizza on a bagel. Because when pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Oh, I love you, Bagel Bite pillow. Unless we all turn into zombies, then you should run. Definitely run. I'd like to keep my brain, yes. Thanks for talking to me about all this. I think we're gonna have a great time living together. I think so too. Rhapsody's eyes start away from me and return to the movers. Oh, Sniffer, no! Oh my god, I didn't even bring the H over. I should go get the H. Give me a second. H! It lights up! God, H lit at all times. For we are H. This was the stupidest thing I've ever bought. I love it so. Oh god, light up H emote? Ooh, oh god, I am so behind. Well, I have been having trouble. Karen's not been necessarily in the best mindset to do my emotes. So we're like a year behind on the emotes that I need. We'll get there eventually. Oh, that's my casting equipment in that box. Hank, need to make sure this gets up to the apartment without any hitches. So we use the H whenever the character we are choosing to romance has a particularly attractive moment. It's just very silly. It's very silly. Yeah, HB for horny, so we're calling ourselves out. It's true. It's true. I nod in understanding as Rhapsody jumps up and helps the movers with the doors. Reflecting briefly on my conversation with Rhapsody. Sure, there will be tough times ahead. I know all of us working together should be able to conquer anything before us. I trust in this team. Trust in us. It was one of those things. So I played this game the day it came out, and then I got very sidetracked by a rough summer. Sorry, I'm here late. We were having dinner. Hey, no worries, Rinku. No worries at all. Happy to have you whenever you guys can get here. The summer was very, very a lot. So returning back to the game is like a warm sweater. H. Speaking of us, I should see what the rest of us are up to right now. Hang on, sun's already gone down. Why the heck haven't we moved in yet? I'd say we're burning daylight, but we're fresh out. Beep beep, Hank, you have an incoming message from Jinx. Hey there, Sean's trying to get our arcade game working and running into problems. Any idea how to boot up a custom arcade PC? Real mess up here right now. Huh, it's just a PC in a fancy wooden box? I thought arcade games were all specialized hardware. Retro games, yes. Modern ones tend to use off-the-shelf components. Want me to reply to her? Oh wait, I've got another message for you, this time from Grace. I could use a hand moving my game collection. Can you take the subway to the 23rd Street station? Moving these boxes myself is proving difficult. I don't think I can leave either of them hanging. Rhapsody could easily get an FODC machine going. There's a computer-y type person like you. And I'm sure Loxley would be more than happy to help carry some boxes for Grace. So, who should I send where? Alright, friends, who should we go hang out with? Should we go see Jinx? Or should we go see Grace? Because I feel like those are the two that I have the least connection with right now. So. I say Grace? Alright. Grace it is. I mean, I always go for Jinx. I think I would like to help out Grace. I feel like that would be something a bit But that would be more in line with my personal character. So I will go help Grace move her game collection. Rhapsody can lend Jinx a hand. Iris, can you message Rhapsody? Ask them to head upstairs and help fix our FOD too. I'm going uptown to help Grace.
Okay.
You got it, Pink. The apartment will be ready to go by the time you get back. Tucking my phone back into my pocket, I head out the doors of GCF and off to the subway. With half the city packing it in for the day and the other half getting ready for the night ahead, it's a fairly crowded train ride up to 23rd Street. I rarely go uptown. Not much point. That's where all the finance and business hubbub goes down, and where the rich establish their legacies. Guess this is where Grace used to live, in her family's manor house. A manor house in the middle of the city being pretty damn weird to boot. But while I'm expecting to get further directions from the tram station to meet her at her home, she's actually at the station and waiting for me. Along with 4 giant cardboard boxes packed to the brim with plastic cartridges. Honestly, it's a miracle I managed to carry them all myself. When I got to the turnstile, well, I realized I couldn't do this on my own.
Thanks a bunch.
Thanks for coming by, Hank. Moving these is so much easier with a helper. The old game console carts shifting around in my box as the subway rattles around menacingly are a bit worrying. Hopefully the rough ride isn't damaging them. Not a problem. Stack them up and I'll haul these anywhere you want. Hey, happy to help. Stack up all of these forward. I can carry them all for you. See these muscles? I never skip arm day. Oh, no. You don't have to go that far. I can share the load a little. I'm not some fragile flower, you know. I appreciate the offer, believe me, but this collection is precious to me. I wouldn't want to risk a stack tipping over and crashing down. I guess you wanted to focus on your games first and foremost, right? Clothes, furniture, and other knickknacks can come later. I already kept some of my clothes at Jinx's place. That's all I really need. I live digitally, not physically. Well, okay, so old video games are a bit more physical and plasticky than purely digital, but you get the idea. This is odd. Everybody else, excluding Domino, had oodles of stuff to move over to the new apartments. And given what I already know about Grace's living situation, I think I have a guess why. Grace, level with me, okay? You didn't sign up for moving trucks to show up at your house. You weren't taking any stuff other than your game collection. It's almost like you're sneaking out of your family house. I left a note. You left a note to say you're moving away from home?
I don't like confrontation.
I didn't want a huge confrontation. There'd be yelling and demands, and they'd put all sorts of guilt on me, and I just wanted to quietly slip out. Not be a bother to anyone, not stir up any trouble.
I don't need
any stuff from my home. All I need are the games I love, and if they get mad, well, I can deal with that later, right? Family drama alert, we have reached DEFCON 5. Whoop, whoop, auga! But what's done is done. We've got to finish the move into the new headquarters, and clearly she's uncomfortable talking about it. I can help her deal with the fallout later. For now, I should try to at least keep her in good cheer. So, how many games are in these boxes anyway? Let's see, about 200 NES cards, 100 SNES and Sega Genesis cards, about 100 loose discs for the Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo PlayStation, and the Atari XLX. Plus a few mint rares and some prototypes. I've got a few box stadium events and a Nintendo World Championship gray cart. I've even got a rare ET prototype for the Atari 2600, which is totally awful. Thank goodness they fixed it before release, right? That sounds valuable. Old and valuable.
Of course.
Yep, I curate my collection very carefully. I didn't have enough space in the storage unit for too many games, so I only picked ones I really wanted. It took years scouring the collector's scene for the games I wanted, but it's more or less complete now. I mean, I'm always tweaking and tuning the archive a little. Wait, you kept it all in the storage unit? Not your bedroom? And Grace's good cheer wobbles a little.
Well, I mean, I wasn't technically allowed to. My parents saw video games as a waste of time. I wasn't allowed to own a video game console.
Oh hey, same hat!
They barely tolerate my little portable one, because I insisted it's more of a computer than a game system, thanks to my extensive notifications. So, I keep my stuff offsite, away from their disapproving glance.
Though now they don't really have any say in the matter.
But now, I can keep it at Jinx's place. She doesn't mind at all, and even lets me hook up some of my old consoles there.
Aww.
And even better, I can share these wonderful games with everyone else.
Aww.
I know our focus is on arcade games, FOD2, Yeah, but also Zappers, light gun games, and domino shooters. But I hope I can show you all the love I have for these cute little toys from days gone by.
Aww.
Back when all you needed
Grace
was
is
a
very
gamepad, a
sweet.
best friend, and a
I
TV
really
to live your
enjoy
best
her
life.
character a lot. Even if she gives me the most anxiety. She shifts her grip on the heavy box, arms growing a bit weary despite her high spirits carrying her along. I'll admit, that sort of good cheer is infectious. I know as much about console games as I do arcade games, but I know passion when I hear it. I know how you feel. I love PC games, but I'm the only one on the team who does. It's difficult being completely in love with a thing but feeling alone in that love. I mean, look at me. I'm a PC gamer at heart. I can talk your ear off about every single step to beating King's Quest V, every single moon logic puzzle, becoming the Avatar in Ultima, taking down the Kilrathi in Wing Commander. But everyone would just sort of look at me funny if I did so. They didn't grow up with these games like I did. Scouring websites for abandonware, the occasional bit of piracy, whatever it took to dig deeper and deeper into my hobby's roots. All for the love of the game. And Grace gets a wry little smile. But I've played all those games. What? King's Quest V has an NES version. It's not great, but it exists. And there's Ultima and even Wing Commander. Seriously?
Of course.
Seriously, games are universal sometimes, are shared joy available across so many platforms. Many arcade games got PC and console ports too. It is a very cute exchange. I'm sure we can find common ground with everyone some way, somehow. Don't worry, we're all friends and we support each other's passions. From the screech of brakes and the way my center of gravity protests, it seems the same slowing down toward the time. Bleh! From the screech of brakes and the way my center of gravity protests, it seems the train's slowing down before the Chinatown stop. And here we are, ready to make Team the Best Team headquarters official? You bet. I was a little hesitant at first, what with my family situation. But I think that we're really going to get along just... And just as the doors start to open, someone slams into Grace, knocking her to the floor. Ah! Her box pops open, scattering everywhere. The man quickly spots a white cardboard box in the pile, grabs it, and runs out the doors before I can even react. Instinctively, I move to help Grace pick up herself from along with her fallen game collection, but she waves me away as she gets to her own feet.
Oh no.
You've got to stop that guy. He's got one of my favorite games. But I'll handle this. Just go, please. It feels weird abandoning a friend, but the insistent look in her eyes gives my feet wings as I sprint from the train and get up the stairs. Am I doing this? Am I seriously doing this? I'm doing this. I'm seriously doing this. The thief isn't exactly a world-class athlete, so catching his trail is easy enough as he dashes down through the streets of Chinatown. But he still has a head start. If he makes a few twists and turns, ducks around a corner, or escapes my sight, my heart's pounding out of my chest as I desperately wish I had done some actual freaking cardio instead of playing FOD2 endlessly for years. I need to get an edge on this chase or he's gonna escape me. Raw speed isn't enough. Oh, Iris. Hoping Iris is listening to my personal conversations like she usually does, I call out for her. Iris, use your city maps to find a shorter route and catch up to this bastard. Already on it, Pank. Left down the next alley, then right coming out of it. Okay, I can do this. I've played enough games with those stupid quick time events to make quick decisions. My feet skid a bit on the pavement as I hang a sharp left, scrambling down a filthy alley. Across the street, the lights red and the crosswalk's clear. Between those buildings, turn right. I'm seeing spots as I desperately pump my legs, trying to close the last gap between myself and the fleeing game thief. And finally, he makes a mistake. He dashes into a dead-end alley, allowing me to catch up. Nowhere to run now. He's too out of breath to even form a complete sentence. Now's my chance. Oh God. With not entirely cat-like reflexes, I dive in, grabbing at the cardboard box he's clinging onto for dear life. Let go, you're gonna... And the flimsy 1980X cardboard box tears itself apart into our hands, causing the manual and plastic cart to fall to the ground. What have you done? Figuring it's better than nothing, I scoop up the remnants before stepping away. On cue, Grace catches up with us, and oddly, she is not the least bit out of breath, despite the running the same distance we did. Okay, the subway attendant was nice enough to watch my boxes while I caught up to you. Wait, you're...
What?
Norman? You're the one who stole my game? Damn it, you weren't supposed to get a good look at me. You know this piece of shit, Grace? Yeah, he's a regular on the game collectors forums I visit. We've traded tips on rare games for auction before. Norman, why? Why would you steal from me? Because you don't deserve this game. You aren't a real collector. You weren't trying to get a full set. I've been trying to get for years to get a full NES set, and this is the last piece. Do you even know how much this game is worth? Back up. What game are we talking about exactly? Oh, it's Stadium Events. It's an exercise game. Very rare. There's only about 20 legitimate copies left in the world. Normally, Stadium Events cost $30,000 in the open market, but stuck up a little rich girl. Do you have any clue how hard the rest of us have to struggle to afford rare games? People like you just throw a wad of daddy's money and buy up the last few rares in the world, hoarding them. It's not right. It's not fair. Now your idiot friend destroyed the box. It's lost $10,000 of value thanks to that. I see. Norman, if this game really means that much to you, well, I guess you can keep it. What? What? He loves his collection. He loves his games. He'll get a lot of love out of Stadium Events too. So if he really wants it, I guess he should have it. Oh god, good luck. I understand you want people to love and respect games, but you don't have to give up something you love either. Okay, look, Grace, I know that you love games and you want more people to love them the way you do, but this isn't the time or place for that idealism. You don't have to give something you love just because someone else demands you fork it over. Hank, it's okay. I want to do this. I understand the situation completely. It's counterfeit anyway. Totally worthless. What? Huh? Yeah, I bought it from a repro crafter for like $5. It's fake. You own a fake Stadium Events? Why do you own a fake Stadium Events? It's a total garbage game aside from its resale value. Aww. Hey, I really like that game. It's great for my daily cardio routine. But if you can find the same joy in this game, well, I'd be happy to. And he practically hurls the game at us in disgust. I don't want your worthless counterfeit. I'm trying to complete my collection and flip it enough to buy a Ferrari. Ugh, this whole thing has been a waste of my time. In a cloud of absolute fury, he marches past us, exiting the scene. Huh, should we go after him or something? Maybe it's for the best. I'm not really interested in pressing charges. I got my game back, and honestly, I don't need any more stress in my life. I am keeping my fingers crossed for literally everything.
That's unfortunate.
I'm a little disappointed to find out he only wanted the game for its resale value, though. I go to those collectors forums because I want to share my love for video games. Knowing some people are only in it for the money, well, it's a pity, you know? So, shall we get my stuff back from the Subway Transit Authority, then head down to good, clean fun? Hank? Just swallowing down a massive headache. You know, you've really helped me out through this transition. You were there when I was scared about my family's reaction, and you were here for me tonight.
Thank you so much.
I don't know how I can say thank you enough for all of that. You only met me recently, and yet I feel I can trust you completely. No problem, Grace. I do it for anyone else on the team, too. I'm your coach / manager / cat wrangler, aren't I? This is what I do, and I do it damn well. That you do. I'm glad you're here for everyone else, too. I see great things in our future. Okay, let's get home. Our new headquarters awaits. That was a turn that I was not expecting. Yeah, that transit authority was a real G for holding on to all that. This is it. The culmination of my efforts. No, of our efforts. Everyone had to pitch in. Jinx giving up her personal space, Grace willing to deal with her family situation, everyone agreeing to uproot their steady day-to-day lives in favor of making Team the Best Team headquarters a reality. With the last details handled, we gather outside one of the 2 front doors to our suite of apartments and are ushered in by Jean. Thank you for your patience. I wanted to make sure everything was just right before the big unveiling. Without further ado, welcome to Team the Best Team headquarters. Also known as my apartment, to be specific. One of 2 connected apartments. We installed a door so you can pass back and forth without needing to go out into the main hallway. Both apartments have a cozy kitchen, spacious bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. According to the room assignments you've requested, in this apartment, Jinx and Grace will share a room while Pank will be by herself. An even number of bedrooms and an odd number of residents mean Pank gets her own room. What luck! In this apartment, you'll also find Grace's classic gaming library and Jinx's music library. Please consider playing your albums at a lower volume, dear sister. You know what? I gotta check my... How do I check my stats? I can't remember. Is it escape? No, escape is save. Q? Q! Wow, gee, you think that I'm kind? Lord. Did I top load this or what? Oh, God. Big ol' H. Do you know what, though? Grace and Domino aren't too far behind. But yes, big ol' H for Loxley. Val, hey, how are you guys doing? I like Jinx, I just haven't spent enough time with her yet. Alright, back to game. I promise nothing. Moving on. The second apartment is where we've assembled your shiny new FOD2 game. Here you'll also find Rhapsody's streaming rig and a kitchen fully stocked with your favorite snacks. But please do something other than pizza, bagels, and nachos. We installed a stove for a reason. Zapper and Rhapsody will be sharing one of the bedroom. We survived completely unscathed, lost power for 24 hours. Wow. Okay, good. I am so happy to hear that. Icy, hey! Assuming I'm not out partying all night long, of course. I wonder if we'll even use the room. I'll be pulling a lot of all-nighters editing FOD2 strategy videos. And the other bedroom will be occupied by Domino and Loxley. Do we get bunk beds? Bunk beds are awesome, but I'll take the lower bunk. Heights make me nauseated. Alas, they are but singletons. But regardless, I swear that we shall bond as roomies and brothers, my good fellow. And that's everything. Rent is due on the 1st of the month sharp. Fortunately, your sponsor is footing the bill. Any questions? Just one.
Aw, yeah.
Who's gonna play the very first round of FOD2 in this sweet new pad? Are you calling dibs? Oh, heck no. Just checking to see if anyone else was calling dibs. And if not, I think I got a cool idea. Zapper steps back and nudges both Jinx and Grace to step forwards. I say we have a battle for Hygiene Officer of Team the Best Team headquarters. That means Jinx and Grace is teaming up against Pank. What? Accepted. I got to buy a tiny chainsaw that looks like a Power Ranger weapon? Yo, cool. Great, losing team has to clean our apartments for a week. There are stakes now? Oh dear. It's cool, we're gonna clean headquarters by wiping the floor with Pank. You and I got this, Grace.
Okay.
Okay then, we've got this. We'll win, I just know it. Okay, then as my partner, I'll pick... Oh no, you don't get to pick. We need to make this fun.
Ha ha.
You're gonna use online matchmaking and team up with a rando. What? Smatter Pank, you don't think you can carry some scrub to victory? Your team cat herder doesn't back down from a fight. Let's do this. You think a little disadvantage scares me? As your resident coach manager and cat herder, I'm not backing down from any challenge. We gather around the single screen game, plugging in joysticks and keyboards and such. It's more cramped than the spacious 2-screen deluxe version downstairs, but we manage. I let the matchmaker spin its wheels until eventually it settles on... Your partner is named XX Smurfette69XX? Huh? What the? That's my random partner? Silly name, but so what? No, I know the handle. That's not just some rando. That's Fruit Blood's Smurf account. Smurf account? An alternate fake game handle you play under when you want to fight without anyone knowing who you really are. What the hell is Fruit Blood playing on that old Smurf account? She's a big-time P2W competitor now. Well, I think the Sweets are going to be playing with an old friend. Okay, here we go. Lose your scrubs toilets for a week. With chores on the line and my rival for some reason ending up having my back, I light up my fingers on the keys and get ready to fight. Oh shoot, Liz, what color's your hair now? I should probably update you at some point. Alright, why do I have all of these work things going off? Ugh. Oh, man. Try the Hot Ones Pringles? Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna lose. Super faded orange. Okay. Oh my gosh, we won! We really won! Good work, Grace. We make a damn good team. Indeed we do. I know I'm not as serious a competitor as you, but I have to admit, I really felt a rush there coming out on top. Yep, you both fought hard, huh? Guess my win streak's broken now, huh? You're better than PTW, L7, and now me. You got the green ones? Ooh. I'm happy for you, yeah? Happy. It's great to see. I'm still on a roll. Still headed to the top. One loss doesn't change that, especially a low-stakes loss like this. It's fine. KFC Ruffles? Is that a Canada-only thing? That's gotta be a Canada-only thing. Oh my god. I want those. Oh man! Y'all, look at this. Look at this. I want these so bad. Oh. I'm gonna have to do some extensive research. Tried the roast turkey Pringles? Ooh. I'm just glad I could enjoy a game with my friends. That's what I'm looking forward to most now that we're all together, being able to share something we love more so than ever before. Val, my heart. My heart. So when I was in Australia, they had these like, and I love these, and I can't find them here because they're so incredibly difficult to import. But they're honey soy chicken potato chips. Let me see. Oh yeah, these are the ones! I want these so badly. And I have not been able to find them in the States. At least we get Ruffles all dressed here in the States now, occasionally. But these are just like my favorite potato chip of all time. And they're impossible to get. Anyway, I'm distracting myself by potato chips. Okay, I'm excited. I'm into this. Let's keep going, keep going. How about a battle between Apartment 109's roomies, Domino and Loxley against Zapper and Rhapsody? Indeed, Domino, we ride to battle as one. Tally-ho and all that crap. You know I'm always down. Rhapsody, you ready? You bet. I've got some new techniques I want to try out. With the team storming around our new game, everyone eager to have a turn, they'll be playing long into the night, no doubt. We got the Pringles today just because, you know, storm foods and cake. Of course. I mean, you have to have... It's a lot like when you're like going on a long drive and you have to buy food like you're a toddler with a lot of sugar in your system. At least that's what I find. I've had my moment in the sun. Besides, there's something odd about that battle which I may want to look into. Yeah, Rinku and Icy are in Florida. I love ketchup chips, too. I should call up Fruit Blood and ask why she was playing with a fake account. I can't stop thinking about Fruit Blood using her old Smurf account during that battle. It doesn't make sense that she would do this. Something fishy is totally going on. Pulling out my phone, I tap past Iris and into my contacts to give Fruit Blood a ring. Hello? Oh, hello! Long time no see, Pank. I'm sorry I let us down. I wasn't good enough to lead you to victory this time. Ketchup and cheese Lay's? What? But that was some great teamwork overall. Who were we playing against? More randos? Actually, they were my teammates. We're having a sort of celebration match for moving into our new team house. Oh no, butt spot! Oh sweet, glad I got to be a part of that in some way. Yeah, about that. What's up? Why are you playing on your old Smurf account? Can a monarch not go among the peasants from time to time? I just wanted to see what was up in the unprofessional league. No one else would have caught it, but I did. The slight hesitation in her voice. Be honest with me, Fruit Blood. It's strange for you to be doing this. You're big time with P2W now. Didn't you sign a contract to only be playing using your P2W handle? Don't you have to maintain that celebrity status all the times? So why put your career on the line for one little trip down memory lane? Listen, I'm not trying to sound conceited, but I don't expect you to understand the pressure surrounding me right now. You can tell me. I'm your friend, right? She's just always watching me. I never get a break. Sometimes I need a break. She says she wants to support my dreams, but that seems to translate into constant pressure. It's all so hard right now. I wanted to go back to how it used to be, you know, when we used to have fun. There's a small pause on the phone. Oh fuck, gotta go. And Fruit Blood hangs up on me. I hope everything's okay. It's worrying that she just up and bounced, but I'm putting my faith in her. If she needs help, she'll talk to me about it. I let the thoughts fade as I focus on something equally important. The friends right in front of me. I rejoin them in celebration. With that matter settled, I returned to the housewarming party, already in progress. Sweet, oh god, I miss sweet chili Doritos. I used to love them, and then I had an unfortunate incident involving sweet chili Doritos and me catching the norovirus, and the sweet chili Doritos making a reappearance, so I can't eat them anymore. And the house is warm indeed. Warm feelings and good tidings all around. When my sponsor suggested this idea of building a team house, it felt to me like the next logical step in going from amateur to pro. Get a team together, get sponsored, get a house, fight in tournaments, qualify for the Pro Tour, win the Pro Tour, hoist the trophy. And then immortality. Every single step along the path being a hard granite slab you smash down into the ground to pave the way to victory. But there's more to this new home than just a stepping stone. Like how that fight was just about more than who won or who lost. It's about us, making something all of us can share together. Win or lose, champion or failure, we've built something today, and I hope it lasts a long, long time. The best days are ahead of us. I love white cheddar flavor. 3 days later. Oh, everybody's gonna be hating each other already? Olaf, hey!
Okay, who replaced the desktop wallpaper on my computer with a photo montage of scary clowns? It's not funny.
It's a little funny.
What happened to my lucky socks? They were right here. I need them. I need my lucky socks.
Someone left the door open, and now Minx is lost in the building. And that someone better find her, or that someone is gonna get an ass whooping.
Oh, yep.
Honestly, I swear to RNGesus, if you don't stop humming that song under your breath, I'm gonna tear out your throat and...
Yeah, I figured this is how this is gonna go. The best days are ahead of us, honest. Hey! Alright! You've cleared level 3 of Arcade Spirits. Ugh, no, I don't want to do that right now. Oh, but I do want that right now. Victory! Let's take a look at your scores. Loxley's really taken a shining to you. Gee, I wonder why. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you scored 22,450 points. Sweet! Good job! Would you like to change your personal metadata at this time? Name, pronoun, and so on? I'm good to go. Alright, you get some good sleep there, Val. You've had a very busy week, okay? No, I'm good to go. You want to save your game before proceeding to level 04? Save the game! Yes, overwrite my save. Alright. I think that I will probably be calling it for the night then. Hydrate or dihydrate, you got it, Cheesy. It is 10:30. I still have no fucking idea what I'm doing for work tomorrow, which is great. Yes, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm gonna take my sweet time before I fully wrap up. This is good. I feel like I'm back into the swing of things with this. We're gonna get through the Loxley route, I hope. I don't think we're even there yet. We just finished level 3. God, this game is great. This game is so good. It's so, so good. FF7R. Ooh, that's okay. You're allowed to be busy. I'm gonna go full screen. You know, like, do you guys know, like, when it's like... Does anybody remember what words are? I don't. Words are hard. But, like, okay. When the seasons start to change and it finally gets cool enough to put on your favorite old hoodie and putting it on is like a big warm hug. That's what coming back to Arcade Spirits feels like. I love so much about this game. The writing is just, it's perfect. And I'm not just saying that because the dev's in my chat. I'm saying that because it's true. It is like putting a hug on. And coming back to it just feels right. And also bagel bites. I mean, sorry, pizza bagels. I'm not allowed to call them bagel bites because we don't have that trademark. Because when pizza's on a bagel, you can, in fact, eat pizza anytime. But, like, genuinely, this is some good shit, and I like to try to spread the word of this game as much as humanly possible. Both of them, truly. So I will be back with more Arcade Spirits City Challengers on Thursday. Thank you so much for making it. Like, the first one was such a welcome surprise, and then, surprise, we got a freaking sequel? Truly, we do not deserve such kindness in this life. But yeah, we'll be back on Thursday. We're gonna play some more Arcade Spirits at that point in time. We're gonna do a raid, since Twitch is getting rid of hosts, which is the worst thing, in my opinion.
Hosts?
Oh, how about I shut up? You know who we're gonna go hang out with the one, the only Officer Dan. He's playing some retro stuff tonight. I'm not exactly sure what, but it's always a good time when we go hang out with Officer Dan. So let's go send him some love. And I'll see you guys on Thursday, okay? Tomorrow, new video. It's a sponsored video. If you feel like checking it out, I'd appreciate it. I don't get any money from it, but I got a cool doll out of it. So, take care, y'all.